Obviously, you will have seen that NATO is working alongside NATO members to establish all the facts and what has happened in Poland. The NATO General Secretary has spoken with President Duda. We await further information around what precisely has happened. But in the meantime, our condemnation remains.
Can Russia be trusted when it says this? It's fake news that this has occurred at their hands.
Yeah, look, for our part, we won't be looking for the final facts from Russia. We'll be looking to the likes of allies, NATO allies, and those close also to the situation to share their most likely scenario, regardless of whether deliberate, regardless of whether a miscalculation. Ultimately, we come back to the fact that this is an illegal war that must end.
What is your message to New Zealanders who will be watching this and are worried about the outbreak of World War III?
Take heart from the fact that there is caution being exercised here to establish the facts and what precisely has occurred. It doesn't change the fundamental position, though, that this war is wrong, it is illegal. New Zealand will absolutely maintain that approach, but also to continue to call for all leaders to do what we can to ensure that ultimately the war ends. We have leaders at present, major leaders in the G20 convened. All of that is helpful at this time of heightened pressure, heightened anxiety, heightened tension.
Is this a reason to reconsider government policy about military training of Ukrainian troops and other involvement there?
No. Just this week you will have seen that New Zealand has maintained its support. We've always been very cautious. This is not New Zealand troops on the ground. It is not New Zealand making that direct on-the-ground contribution. We've simply been providing support for the Ukrainians to defend themselves. We stand by that policy. We continue to call for Russia ultimately to exercise the role that it has to play by ending the war and withdrawing its troops.
Are you worried about whether this could, how much this could escalate things if it is decided that it is Russia's missile?
I think everyone, of course, would be cautious all the way through, has been cautious around what the impact of escalation would mean, which is why, of course, we want to make sure that all the facts are established, but it doesn't change our position. We wouldn't be even having the conversation around what exactly has occurred here if the war was ended by Russia.
Do you expect this to overshadow the APEC summit in Bangkok?
I already expected it to be a theme of APEC, as it was a theme at the East Asia Summit, as it is a theme at G20. And it's because this war is having an effect not just on Europe, but the world. It's having a massive impact on food security and energy security. And right now, there's one person who could fix all of that, and that's President Putin.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.